Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys 20 different sea animals. Check them out, placed right here on the table, and each sea animal I'll be showing you guys the facts. They are all written right here on the respective card. So let's get right into it. Okay, so let's begin. The first one, let's take a look at the Orca. So let's have a look at the facts about this. So we do have an Orca figure right over here. So I want to read this. The Orca, or the killer whale, is one of the most powerful predators in the world. They feed off seals, fish, squid, birds, and other whales. They travel and hunt in the family pods of up to 40 whales. Okay, very cool. So they're extremely big. The size in inches is like 315. The fans that gave it a score of 41. I'm not too sure, whether it's upon 50. So the freaky factor is actually 6. Okay, very cool. So that's the Orca whale for you. So that's basically our first sea animal of the day. I'm gonna put this right over here. Let's take a look at another one. How about let's take a look at the great white shark. I'm quite interested to see the great white shark versus the Orca. So let's have a look at this. The great white shark. Do we have a figure? Yes, I think we have one, which is right over here. This one looks really beautiful. You can see the great white shark actually has like 2 rows of teeth at the bottom, but only one at the top. So this is not exactly very accurate. But let's take a look at the facts. The great white shark is at the top of the marine food chain and is one of the main predators of the sea. They can be found along coastlines of all continents except for Antarctica. They feed off seals, sea lions, and devour small sharks whole. They are large creatures with 300 serrated teeth. So the size is actually slightly smaller than the Orca right over here. And you can see the defense, it has a defense of 49 points and a freaky factor of 7. That's really cute. Okay, so that's the great white shark for you. Okay, let's move on and take a look at another one. Let's just randomly pick one. How about, okay, let's just go with Goblin Shark. Goblin Shark is one of the freakiest looking sharks ever out there. So we do have one which looks kind of nice. Okay, that also comes with a movable jaw. So let's read some facts about this. It basically says little is known about the mysterious goblin shark that lives at the bottom of the ocean near Japan. Images and specimens of goblin sharks show it to be a very unique species with an elongated flat snout and jaws like forceps which protrude from its mouth to catch prey. This creature is almost alien looking. Yeah, alien like. Yes, I agree. And the freaky factor is like, higher score, 50. The size is 138 inches, which is smaller than a great white. And you can see the defense is also lower than the other two. I'm not too sure about this, but you can see the depth is actually like 96, which is very deep in the ocean water. You can only find them like really deep in the ocean water. Let's move on and take a look at another one. We have the Humboldt penguin, and this is actually the Humboldt penguin figure that we have right here. Humboldt penguins can be found on the coast of Peru and Chile. These rare birds have spiny tongues, which they use to hold fish in their bills. A special gland allows them to drink both fresh and seawater, filtering out excess salt. Wow, that is incredible! Which then dribbles down their bills, which means they are able to drink seawater. That is super awesome. I mean, humans, we can't drink seawater. They are definitely like way too salty for us. So I think that is a skill that, maybe we should try to, I'm not too sure, try to learn from and create one. So we have covered 4 different sea animals so far. Let's take a look at this. The hermit crab. Okay, we do have a hermit crab figure right here. So it basically says, hermit crabs seek out abandoned snail shells to protect their soft bodies. Once they outgrow their shells, they drop them to switch to a larger one. Where shells are hard to find, a hermit crab may hide under bamboo, an abundant coconut shell, or among coral reefs. So basically, hermit crabs, they have very soft bodies, so this shell actually don't belong to them. So they actually need to find shells left over by other sea animals. If not, they will find like little, coconut husks and stuff like that. Other objects. Okay, next let's take a look at the spiny lobster. So we do have a huge spiny lobster figure right here, and it says lobster is not just a restaurant delicacy. They can live over 100 years as they grow bigger. They outgrow their shell, shed it, and develop a new one. Clawed lobsters are generally found in cold waters, where spiny lobsters who do not have the famous pincers have long antennae and instead can be found in warm water. So they basically only have like long antennae. They do not have those two huge claws, you know, like those normal lobster. And you can see the size is actually quite small. It's just only like 12 inches. Freaky factor only 22. Okay, not too bad. I mean, it's not that freaky. Next up, let's take a look at the common seahorse. Where's our seahorse figures? Right here. So basically it says, also known as the stallion of the sea. Stallion is basically like a horse. Seahorses are surprisingly poor swimmers, so it can be found resting with their tails anchored them to a stationary object. However, they do swim upright using their pectoral fins behind their eyes to steer and long snouts to collect food. So they basically use their ears to pectoral fins behind their ears, which is I think right here, to steer themselves, and they are actually quite poor swimmers. Male seahorses carry their eggs during mating season. Cool, yeah, I know that fact. Next, let's take a look at the swat fish right over here. You can see this swat fish. It has a very long and, you know, sharp tool right here. So let's see what it says. Swat fish get their name from a long pointy snout, but only use this swat in defense. They have special organs next to their eyes which heat them and their brain, improving their vision and ability to catch prey. They are popular fish for cooking, so are hunted for food. Okay, so the freaky factor is 28. The size is only like 79 inches. Under threat 1, depth 10. I mean, you don't really have to go like really deep underwater to find this fish. Let's move on to take a look at Megalodon. I love this one. Okay, Megalodon is basically a prehistoric shark. I think we have one right here, and this one is really cute and adorable. It's our biggest figure, so let's take a look at what is written right here. The Megalodon was a giant prehistoric shark which lived over 1 million years ago. Whale was the Megalodon's favorite food, which it crushed in 2 meters wide jaw in its They are not believed to be extinct, either as a result of global cooling or extinction of their main food source. But who knows what dwells in the deepest reaches of the ocean. So yeah, I mean the size is really huge. 630 inches, and the freaky factor is 38. The defense so far I think is one of the highest, 58. Even the defense is actually same as let me see, let's try to find a defense which is greater. Yeah, I think so far it has the highest score for the defense. That's the Megalodon for you. So basically Megalodons are considered to be extinct, but who knows, because there are really deep ocean waters that we have yet to explore. So when living below, that could be another Megalodon, who knows, right? Next, let's take a look at the manatee, okay, which is right over here. So let's take a look. Manatees are large, slow-moving aquatic mammals. They are otherwise known as sea cows. These gentle creatures feed on grass, algae, and weeds, and are often hunted for their hides, bones, and oil. They are born underwater and can be found in coastal waters and rivers. Yeah, they're not very big. 132 when it comes to the size in inches. Freaky factor 12. Under threat 3. Defense only 2. Oh my goodness, yeah, that is very weak defense. Let's take a look at another shark. We have the Basking Shark right over here. So we do have a Basking Shark figure, so you can see the mouth is wide open. It is basically a filter feeder. It takes in all the water and filter out all the smooth food particles. Basking sharks are easily distinguished by their large gaping mouths. They can be seen drifting on the surface the North and South Atlantic and Pacific Oceans at just 3 miles per hour, and often travel in pairs or small groups. They were once hunted for their liver oil and now considered to be at risk. Okay, 315 when it comes to the size. Wow, this is really a huge shark as well. Moving on, let's take a look at this very freaky fish. It is actually known as the anglerfish. We do have an anglerfish figure right over here, so let's take a look. The anglerfish has a round body, a large mouth containing sharp fang-like teeth, and an elongated spine which supports a special organ that produces light. These are used to hunt for prey, usually small sharks and squid or turtles. They are found in temperate and tropical seas. Very cool. I mean, basically this light bulb, it will light up and attract little fish towards it, and they will just move forward and just eat up the small little prey. Okay, so that's the anglerfish for you. Let's move on and take a look at the bottlenose dolphin. Okay, bottlenose dolphin, we do have a very nice figure right here. So the bottlenose dolphin can be found in oceans worldwide. These sea-dwelling mammals are extremely sociable and often hunt their prey in teams. Bottlenose dolphins sleep with one side of the brain at a time so that they can stay conscious enough to swim to the surface to breathe. Wow. So they only sleep with one side of the brain. That is very, very mind-blowing, I guess. Size is 144 inches, freaky factor 6, depth 59, defense 0. I don't believe that the defense is 0 because bottlenose dolphin, they can actually take on like great white sharks and can even defeat a great white shark. Okay, let's move on and take a look at this clownfish. We have a clownfish figure right here, which is, I always call this figure Nemo. Clownfish are territorial fish who live within sea anemone in tropical oceans. Their skin is covered in the same slime or mucus as the anemones itself, which makes the clownfish immune to its sting. When a female clownfish dies, a male has the ability to change gender and take her role. Wow, that is pretty incredible. I didn't know that, the clownfish can actually change its gender from like male to female. That is very, very mind-blowing, okay? Let's move on and take a look at the southern stingray. We don't exactly have a southern stingray, but I've actually brought like a generic stingray, so you can see it actually has a sting right at the end of the tail, which is very, very cool. So let's read about this. Stingrays have wide, flat bodies and prefer warm, shallow waters. They get a name from the barbed tails, which are filled with dangerous venom. Wow, so this one right here is actually filled with dangerous venom. However, they will only use their tails in self-defense and are actually very docile creatures. This venom was once used by dentists in ancient Greece as anesthetic medicine. Wow, that's pretty cool. Moving on, we have a common octopus right here. Okay, so let's have a look. So the common octopus can match its skin color to its surroundings in order to hide. They can release black ink to distract a predator, giving them a chance to swim away. Octopuses are solitary animals, only venturing out to eat, reproduce, or collect shells to make a defensive fortress for their lairs. Okay, so they are actually very, very good at camouflaging. They can change its color, they can change its shape, they can even change the texture to make themselves look like a rock, for example. They are, the king of disguise. Yeah, master of disguise. Let's move on with a common seal right over here. I think I didn't bring a seal today. I didn't bring a seal, but let's just have a look at this. The common seal can be found in Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. They can be grey, tan, or brown with distinctive V-shaped nostrils. They feed on various fish, octopus, and squid. 85% of the day is spent diving. This includes foraging for food, resting on the seafloor, and drifting with sea currents. Very, very cute. Okay, moving on, we have a crimson knob starfish. We don't exactly have a crimson knob starfish, but I've actually brought a generic starfish right over here. So let's have a read about this. Starfish have no brain, no eyes, no blood in the body. They sense light and shapes through their sensitive organs at the tip of the arms and have tiny tube-like feet to help them move along. They have the ability to regrow organs, so if they lose one of their 5 arms, they will grow back. They will always grow back, which is so awesome. Freaky factor 23, the size is only like 7 inches, depth 87, so you have to really go like deep down to discover like starfish. You're left with just 2 more animals. So the next one is actually like a giant squid. Okay, we do have a giant squid figure right over here, and it says the giant squid is a large mysterious creature rarely seen by the human eye. They are thought to live in deep, inhospitable parts of the ocean. Along the cousin, the colossal squid, they have the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, sometimes as big as a beach ball. Wow, so they are really huge. Okay, so you can see the size is like 209 in inches, defense 29, depth 100. Wow, that is like really deep down. Freaky factor 45. And our last sea animal of the day is actually the loggerhead turtle. So let's have a look at this. We do have a beautiful figure of it. So the loggerhead turtle is the largest hard-shell turtle. Some live in muddy waters off the Gulf Coast. Others choose to clear the waters of Bahamas. However, Florida beaches account for 1/3 of the world's population. These turtles were registered as endangered in 1978 and are still considered vulnerable. Okay, so that's basically 20 different sea animals that I've shown you guys today. Okay, 20 different facts in this facts cards. So I'm very happy. So if you guys enjoyed this kind of video, do let me know. I mean, if you guys enjoy me reading facts of all these different collectors cards, let me know so that I'll be getting more of them to talk more about all the sea animals facts for you guys, okay? Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Goodbye.